just to the tanks. I don't know what the issue is.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today we got Kim and Stacy. Chris will get here at some point as we discuss BMF season 1, episode 4. A great episode again. I was extremely impressed with acting and storylines being developed. I like to say once again, Lamar, I say, is the MVP again. Lamar is beating the shit out of these 50 boys, like with his mind, like with the knowledge.
He getting all the ladies.
And we're gonna get to the ladies. Hold up, we can get to the ladies, but I wanna talk about how with the knowledge that Cato gave him before the second ass whooping, that he was like, I'm gonna go to the food truck and talk them down. Like, he could have just blew up the food truck. I mean, being as the crazy nigga that he is, I really thought he was going to just shoot up the food truck and call it a day. He said, no, I'm going to use the crowd and talk about stone burgers. I was like, that is smart. Like, he's showing intelligence in this episode. And then he beat the shit out of Cato. I mean, the violence is coming. I mean, but he started off with that. What y'all think? What you think of Lamar this episode? How do you think he fared?
Good. He showed himself as a strategist.
Yes.
Chess,
and a father, huh?
Chess, not checkers.
Hence, I like how he retold the child story, which I must say I felt uncomfortable with. Not from a molester standpoint. I'm not saying from a molester standpoint, just like age of child. Like, she is too old to be doing this. Daddy, will you read me a story bullshit? Like, I'm like, what is going on here? Kim, right? That made you.
I thought she was too old for the whole that type of story. You can read the Bible with your child. You can read, like you can read books to them as long as you want to. But that particular story is a child story, like a little child story. Yes. And then the way he switched it up, I was like, oh, he's the wolf in this story for sure. Like, he was talking about himself. So I was like, he's psychotic. Like, this dude is nuts.
Dude, I wanted him to say, then the big bad wolf pushed one of the piggies down and put a gun in her mouth because she tried to pull a heat on the wolf, and the wolf wasn't having that shit. He had to put it. It was like, what happened, Daddy? Never mind, baby. Never mind. I don't want to be confessing to violence and federal crimes. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just a little bit. I was like, why is she playing little girl? Like, what are they trying to do right here? Like, I didn't
do that to all little girls on these shows.
Depending what the message they're trying to get across, right? Like, what image they're trying to show. Like, obviously, this is not his kid, but they're trying to show him still trying to be a daddy to this little girl. But Zoe, I'm like, Zoe's way too old. Whoever was pushing that little basket, that child basket we saw in the background last episode, that's the one who should be getting the bedtime story to. Where is that kid? Like, I don't even know what's happening. Okay, but again, he took down the food truck, talking to it. He punked out Terry at the mall just by dropping money on the man. I mean, like, these are strategic chess moves that I'm like, awesome.
That comment about the baby's eyes was not right.
Yeah, that was wrong. Mm-hmm.
What did he say about that? I didn't get it.
He said he got your eyes. He got the eye that's going this way now.
Oh.
He looked at the baby and said, "You got your eyes."
Yeah.
Hey, boy, James, how you doing? I did not even notice that. That was hilarious. I didn't know that. I was too busy. I was waiting for him to fight. I was waiting for him to fight right there. And he was like, I'm going to drop this money. I was like, why are you punking out this man? Be like, I know you can't pay for diapers. Here you go, son. And just walked away. I was like, I like how his woman waited for him to leave to be like, who was that? I was like, now that he gone, don't worry about that. Don't. But she knew not to open her mouth, right? She was like, there's certain times we don't get into shit. Yes, Zip. Also, another big thing happening. Talk about murder. So Rock is no longer in this world. Pat beat the shit out of him and killed him with a shovel.
That was very graphic. Oh my God. Like I was floored.
I was like, this is real shit. I was like, I thought he was decapitated. I really thought his whole head was gone.
That's what I thought too.
I was like,
I was like, okay, dude's been dead. Like
why are you still going? He's like, I told you not to try to go behind. I thought about Big Meech and Terry getting whooped last episode, and I was like, being hit by in syllables. I was like, that's real black shit. I don't know if other races do that, but black mothers whoop their kids in syllables.
I know.
I did.
I was like, I told you not to go downstairs. I was like use smaller word shit. Like, why it gotta be a whole speech? Can we just? I was like, Also, just to bring this back up to whooping, so I forgot to say this last episode. I love how black parents think somehow whooping equals straight kids. My mom believed that the fact that she whooped me is the reason I'd end up in prison. I'm like, Big Meech and Terry got whooped and they went to prison for a very long time. Like, one did not stop the other. Like, that did not stop them from drug dealing. That didn't stop them from murder. That did not stop them from going to jail for most of their lives.
I think that depends on the child, though. It
I'm
all
like,
depends on the child. You can make you can discipline a child enough where they don't want to do it. My kids didn't go to jail.
But you can't. It's just hard to get into that whooping equals not going to jail. Like I was like,
I don't think that they meant like that literally. That's why you didn't go to jail. I think that she's talking about the discipline of beating your behind made you think a little bit longer about doing stuff wrong.
All right, I'm saying, I'm sure a lot of people in jail.
Because there's a punishment. There always has to be consequences for your actions.
Of course.
Period.
Of course. Stacey's like, I'm gonna let them go. All right.
These black people's problems. Clearly, I'm not black enough because I didn't get you.
My mom got the switch and everything. That's what I'm waiting for. Since every episode, they got to remind us that these kids grew up broke. Every episode. So this episode was he had the food stamp situation when I'm like, at some point you had the paper money, you had the monopoly money at some point. And then I thought I was like, why is he trying to ball out knowing he has food stamps in his hand? That doesn't make sense.
That's what men do in the presence of girls. They're illogical creatures, I tell you.
I was like, what are you doing right now? I'm like, you know what you got. It's not like you thought he had money and it's like, oh shit, I only got the food stamps today. I'm waiting for the government cheese. I think next episode they need to be making grilled cheese with the government cheese and be like, we got it this month. Let's make some grilled cheese sandwich. And they have to share the sandwich because they ain't got enough cheese for everybody. They got one sandwich.
That big old block of cheese, they still got to share.
They shared milk. All right, use milk. They were broke as they have to remind us that they had no choice but to sell crack. That was the only way they're gonna get from point A to point B.
Which I would like to say is BS, but go ahead.
It is. But Lamar is a psycho.
Also, they gonna feed their families, David and Kimberly.
Whatever.
I was like, get a food truck. Shit, that's how other black men do it. Anyway,
I'll just get a job.
Plates. I remember those little rent parties, and then you serve plates.
Yeah, start some place. I help. The pastor can help you do that. He looks like he like to eat. Anyway, so Lamar. That's a lot. I was like, I'm gonna leave. Snoop alone. I was like, I don't know why he keep on being in this thing, but we'll let that go. Lamar was in a hard situation. I think Cato was in a hard situation, right? She knew that once Hoop realized that this must be all set up, we got to get to the stash. She had no choice. She was like, I gotta shoot, or they're gonna kill me. They're gonna realize I'm a part of this shit because they already don't trust me anyway. Maybe because I'm a woman, maybe because I'm new. I don't know, but they definitely don't give a fuck about her. Except for Big Meek who's trying to bone her. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, she had to do something. So I'm like, I thought, what does Lamar have over her?
I don't know.
Because she's taken, this is 2 ass whoopings at this point. Like, go with the winning team that's not beating you up every day. Like this thing with the 50 boys. Like, they don't necessarily trust you, but your upper middle management, and they relatively let you in on sensitive information. I was like, does Lamar have somebody captured somewhere? I doubt it. Like, is there someone like kidnapped that we don't know about? Like, it doesn't make sense. He clearly don't respect her, so it's not that. I don't know. Anyway, when Hoop got shot and I saw the arm sling, I was like, motherfucker.
I thought he got shot way more though.
Right.
Like
He was like,
yeah, I thought like his gut should have been like jacked because that person was like da 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 da, and I was like, so wait, he only got shot in his arm? It didn't make sense.
It's TV. Like they're like, I was like, he should got shredded. Like a machine gun like that, he should be dead on the floor, bleeding out, and fucking Cato should be like, oops, well, I guess this is done. Did anyone else this hear Snowfall when they watched this episode? Franklin said, I'm moving the business to the suburbs. Money and drugs in his house. Then what happens? Said suburb location gets robbed. In Snowfall, he got robbed by the cops. In this series, they get robbed by fellow drug dealers, but it's still the same thing. Like at some point, they go, we gotta get out the hood. And what happens when you bring the hood to the suburbs?
but how did they have nobody at the stash house?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense either. I was like, wait a minute, because you're in a nice neighborhood, you don't think that someone could still come there and try to rob you? Like that didn't make sense.
If they can get in the house in the suburbs, how come they're not living in the suburbs?
Also, let's go down this
that's
road.
True. Why isn't someone living there? What Big Meech has no home, so why isn't he living there?
Hold up. Since you want to bring up Big Meech, why is his baby mama Lori, who we finally meet, and his daughter, and his little girl,
his daughter,
living with her mama? What's up, Stacey?
His daughter.
His daughter. I mean, he's doing it for his daughter. No, he's not. I was like, is he doing all this for his daughter? No, because he's been fucking another woman, taking care of her daughter, and fighting with a man for another woman and her daughter. I'm like,
is this surprising to you? Why is it surprising?
It's surprising because I'm like, you are fighting over somebody else's shit. A woman who don't even know who the baby daddy is of her daughter. I'm like, this is not where you need to be. Like, I was like, if she was his baby mama too, that would make some type of sense. But I'm like, you got your own, who says all you got to do is give a check and dick every once in a while, and that's okay.
But I think he just wants to be with her. I don't think he cares about her daughter. He just wants to keep smashing the girl. Something about her why?
I just don't. I'm like, you
logical creatures, I tell you.
Yeah.
It don't make sense, bro. And I'm like, these women, and none of these women make good decisions. So let's talk about this.
Yeah.
It don't make any sense. So what's her?
His mother doesn't even make good decisions. Like, and let's talk. All the women on this show make not good decisions. None of these women do. I mean, no offense. I'm not trying to say Lucille's a horrible mom or whatever, but you know, she has her flaws. Like everyone.
Every flaws, right? But I'm like,
yeah.
So Lori going to did you recognize her?
Yeah. Sarai.
And I was like,
from Empire.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I was like your career is not an upward trajectory. Like I'm like you like the roles are not better. No. Like I was like Empire actually
wasn't. I mean,
I didn't like that wig.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wasn't it terrible though?
Yeah, but speaking of wigs,
here we go.
When Terry made his baby mama dye her hair back the regular color for the christening,
yeah,
I was like, this is hilarious.
I used to have that haircut when I met my ex-husband. Met him in Landover Mall, and I had just got my hair cut like that.
Man.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It was. I was like, the christening was cool. I mean, I understand what's going on. I like how Terry was like, again, like his brother having flashbacks to be like, is this what I want my child to grow up in? And at some point, he said, yeah.
I thought he was gonna faint.
It did, right? I thought he was gonna pass out right there. I was like, oh, this
and drop the baby because he was holding the baby.
Yes.
I was like, oh, this dude's baby's about to die.
I was like, oh my God, don't let it happen. Don't let it happen like this. And then Monique, I'm just like, you are institutionalized, right? Like Lamar just got out of containment, right? Some type of incarceration, right? Brings you a chain. She has the logical question of, how did you pay for this? And his answer is, take the chain, or I can answer your question. She was like, I'll just take the chain and fuck you. It's fine. I was like,
where's she wearing that chain to though? She lives in the heart of the ghetto. Like that chain, if she gets
That's
on
why
a
you
bus,
wear those types of chains.
That's where you wear it so you can get robbed for it.
Exactly.
At some point, she was going to get robbed for that chain, and then Lamar's going to have to kill that person, you know?
Yes.
But it's like, at least, I was like, I bet she probably did. Big Meech never gave me a chain. I mean, I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to give Cato 3 points. You know why? Condoms.
What year is this?
What? When condoms were created, I mean, like 80.
No,
like
like where are we in the
80s,
timeline?
late 80s, late 80s,
80s?
late 80s. My question: if Cato is smart enough to say, "You got condoms, Big Mick, before I give you this ass," even though I told you a couple weeks ago I wasn't going to give you no ass, that Monique, who has a child and has no idea who said daddy is giving up the ass to Lamar, no condom. I'm like, you.
Well, we don't know that they had a condom. We don't. How do you know whether they had condoms or not? Like, they didn't show that part.
He immediately
Lamar
put down
didn't use one.
Yeah, he immediately stuck his pants down. I was like, no. So that's a bareback situation.
He don't even
right?
wash his hands after he has sex.
One
On the floor of
like,
the bathroom.
When he ate French fries after that. I'm like,
yes.
I'm like, it was too much. I'm like, Cato was like, you know what? This is the third. I thought about this. This is the third 50 Cent inspired show where teenagers have showed more sense when it comes to contraception than adults. And I was like, all right, 50. At least you got some of these kids realizing that they don't want to be young parents and not having no one help them take care of them, right? Like, because Lori certainly just gave up the ass to Big Meech. I'm pretty sure she wasn't like, hey, baby, wrap it up before our little daughter has a sibling. Like, no. Like, she's like,
she didn't even wait till the kid was like asleep or anything.
No,
she was just
like, let's bang, period, end the story. And put them out. My kind of girl. Like,
you know what?
Let's do this and then bounce.
I think she realized her situation and tried to act like she was in control of it. Like, she knew he wasn't staying too much. She knew why he was there, like she said, and she knew he wasn't gonna stay too much longer anyway. So she won't be like, this is my idea. No, this is what the situation you got, but at least you're trying to use it in a positive. Like, you're trying to turn this thing around. But I'm like, how about you get him to pay to get you your own place so you're not staying with your mama? Like,
how do you know she maybe wants to stay with her mama? Sometimes people like living with their parents.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. It all depends. We have no idea if her mother is sick, we don't have any idea. And the girl is young. So if her mother lets her stay there, well, what's the big deal?
I just think her, if she is important enough that she comes to the christening, for example, like, you would think that there's some type of something to be like, hey, we can move forward. Anyway, I'm just saying Big Meech has spent this whole series for either fucking Monique or in this episode having the threesome with two random ass girls from the bar. I was like, and then we meet said baby mama. I was like, this is a whole lot. Also,
but in reality, Big Meech only has one child. Even he's smashing all these women, which they said he did have a lot of women, but he only has one child that has come forward, which is Lil Meech.
And maybe just because his shit don't work. Let's not act like he's like, you know what, I only blessed one.
Maybe he was using the thing I said yesterday.
Oh yeah,
the little ball bath.
That shit was hilarious. But we're getting off track. All right. So other big story is that J Mo's body has been discovered. That did not look well, but you know, what do you expect when your body's been underwater for that long?
That's a pretty good dummy though. Whoever made that dummy was pretty good work.
That's quality production.
His eyes are very large, and he got all of it. Whoever did it got all of that. It was pretty nice.
Good.
Yeah.
And Tucker Bryant was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, he was
like, I was like, I'm resting all. If we didn't already know that the brothers were gonna be all right, like, this would have more weight. But like, you know, they're gonna get through this. Like, Drano's not gonna take them down. You know, J Mo's not gonna take them down. Like, they still gotta get to Atlanta. Like, they're gonna be all right. So it does take a little bit away from the drama of like, you know, what does this mean? Like, where is it going? But it was. I mean, he looked back. If this was real life, if I was Detective Bryant, I would have murdered Big Meech and Terry. and like I tried to pull them over. Shit got crazy. They're drug dealers, right? They pulled a gun on me. I had to shoot them and be done with it. Like they can send him to jail. Like, why are they still alive?
But if you kill Big Meech and Terry, hell's gonna rain down on that cop for sure.
From who?
I disagree. Like they're
you don't think anybody would care that Terry and Big Meech died?
Not at this point. They are two local drug dealers who work for Pat. Pat scared the shit out of them, huh?
It's only like 5 of them.
It's like 5 or 6 of them, and the street dudes would just roll over to another crew. Now, BMF level, Atlanta level, big. That's when you will be like. That's when you got to be like, Colombians might come get us. Like that's they're not that level yet. But
you guys are right. I'm not really into all the drug stuff. So okay.
Well, I just like, I'm just saying. But like, if he again, to your point, right? He should be weighing his options to be like, what would be the consequences if I killed these 2 dudes? Because it just would make my life easier. Because if this was like one of those other shows, they probably would have went down, testified against him, and then he'd be fucked. But then Big Meech is showing up to his house. I'm like, what are you doing coming to my house?
With an envelope that's clearly you can see. With the light on, the front door light. I was like, why is that light on? Like that light should be off. It should be pitch black where we can only see each other.
I'm like, people might be following you, bro. Like if Drano is this big of an organization and you're one of their targets, they could be following you to see what kind of malicious shit you get into.
Absolutely.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Anyway, let's talk about when niggas go to nice places and how they shouldn't be allowed to do that. When they went to that society club, I was like, niggas. Even the door dude was like, niggas. Like, what else you gotta say, right? Like, this is niggas being niggas. The uniform alone said, you don't belong here. Like, that's not racial profiling. That's just a fact, right? That's called dress code. And like, I was like, what is happening right now? You are embarrassing us and yourself. Like, every one of those white people are like, this is why we don't let black people into our situations. I'm like, I get it. Like, I was like, good Lord. Anyway, and then I'm confused about how this whole thing went down. Okay, so Rock off camera tells Big Meech and Terry to meet Ronald Bertman Jr. or whatever. Like he's the one that gave the name, that was supposed to be his connect from Florida. They go there, and the time it takes Rock to tell them this information, Pat has already set up a very elaborate kidnapping at the place instead of just going to get them before they show up to the place, just to be like, hey guys, this is Rock's head in this bag, because what I don't do is deal with people betraying me. So no need to go to the society place and embarrass us as a race. Like, here you go.
Wow. Okay.
Go bury. I was like, I was like, how did they, like, did he follow him there? And then those guys look like cops. Like, they look like legit cops when they pulled the gun. Except one of them had the gangster lean like this. I was like, that can't be a real cop. So I'm like, I was confused. Anyway,
Pat is always following them. On the last episode, Pat was following them the entire episode. What was funny to me, which I didn't talk about last episode, was when Pat just popped into the daggone club and was like, hey.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, he everywhere, bro. Like, oh shit, how's he doing?
That was hilarious. That I know they did that for comedy purposes.
They did.
Because there was no way that someone thought that was going to be taken seriously.
No. Much like a Snoop Dogg, like, bro, you here for comic relief.
Definitely.
Definitely. But no, that seemed like, I'm like, but then that should Big Meech be like, bro, Pat knows everything and is everywhere. Like, we cannot meet anywhere in Detroit. Like, we got to go somewhere else because he knows I'm like, how do you not know he was going to follow these people? But yeah, I mean, murder, awesome. Then they all covered in blood. They don't know what the hell's going on. They all messed up in the head. Then we got the mysterious Big L, who showed up in a blue blouse. Looking back on it, was she wearing a blue blouse?
Yeah, it was like a powder blue.
Okay. All right. I was like, who set that up? Like, who said go meet Big L?
Wasn't it the guy who died? What was his name? The one that got the shovel?
No, Rock was Ronald. Ronald was his connect.
Oh,
That
okay.
was his idea.
Yeah,
So
I don't remember who did that with the blue shirt. I know they said something about a blue shirt. But and then they missed it because it was a woman.
Big Meech said we're here to meet Big L. It was Meech's idea, but we don't know where Big Meech got that information from because the only person we were talking to was Rock, right? So I'm like, where? Anyway, she shows up. She's like, I did my homework, and like, I see that you, Terry, are the one I should be doing business with. I'm like,
I always do that.
I know, right? I was like, who did you research? Ain't no internet. Who the fuck did you talk to?
That's an undercover cop. I do not believe that she is just a regular drug dealer.
I think so. I would have went that route if it wasn't for the narration. For Big Meech to be like, I betrayed Pat, so my brother is gonna portray me. It kind of makes it seem like this is actually probably legit. Like I felt like because I felt undercover cop too. I really did. But like that narrative kind of makes me think like this is actually gonna be something. But it's just too suspicious. Terry should be like this is suspicious. Also, again, since we don't know where the Big L blue shirt information came from, we can't confirm or deny where they're not. But it was I liked it. She was like, I don't want to work with you. I was just feeling like Snowfall this whole time, like Franklin.
I felt like Ghost and Tommy. I feel like she like
Lobos.
Like that, yeah. I only want to deal with you.
Jason, Malone, all of it. The same thing.
Yeah.
Right. Like I could take you, but I can't.
The level-headed one. Yeah, the one that has more brain cells. Because Tommy for sure doesn't have as many as Ghost.
So
he's a hothead.
Lobos was right. He was like, I only want to deal with you, Ghost. Right.
Yeah.
But Jason was interesting that he was like, Ghost is too hot right now. Like Tommy, like you got less heat. You're not as smart too, so it's easy to work with you.
Right.
But why is Big Meech and Terry fighting right now? Also, the Hood Network. I'm back to Lori. How did Lori not know about Monique at some level? I mean, good, huh?
She might have.
I just would have been nice to be like, I know that other bitch, something, just to be like, she ain't stupid. Like, she ain't stupid that her man is running around fucking somebody else's woman, and to be like, hey.
But how do we know that that's her man, though? Like, all
right.
Because they had a baby together means that it's her man. They could be screwing, and that's it. That's the whole relationship.
I love how you were like,
screw you when I feel like it.
But she was like, I do have needs. Like, there's other men to satisfy your needs that ain't out here having threesomes and cheating on you in front of other people. I'm just saying, like, there's other ways.
They ain't got no money either.
Huh?
Exactly. Meech has money.
All right.
That was the whole theme of the show. Every woman was like,
right.
Yeah, give me that paper. Yep.
Even the two at the school at the bodega, at the shop was like, hey, you gonna buy my chips?
Yep. They learned early.
I got food stamps. I learned that in middle school. I remember on Valentine's Day, this girl was like, I'll be your Valentine if you give me a rose. I was like, trifling. But that's what I was like, that's why I was like, I get it. It's fine.
Why is she trifling for wanting a rose on Valentine's Day?
No. She said, it was conditional. I will be your Valentine if you give me something. It wasn't that she liked me and she wanted a rose. She was like, if I be with David, I will get a rose. So I was like,
so what's the point of being a Valentine if you don't get nothing?
Exactly.
I'm saying she should have wanted me for me, and then I would have gave her
a rose. For Valentine's Day, no. You gotta give me something.
If she didn't want you on the 13th, what changed on the 14th other than the rose?
Right.
That's still transactional. I'm still like, all right, so I'm just saying, it's just I was just like, I get it. I learned. Like, David, don't try to go dating on Valentine's Day because every girl's gonna want something as long as they get something out of it. A date, free meal, something. I was like, you know what? Anyway, I ain't getting no baby. I'm going down a different path right now. My bad. So what I'm saying is, so obviously Cato thought her WAP, as Kim put it, would help her win over Big Mick to kind of build that alliance so she can have some. Because she knows the walls are closing in on her. Yep.
He's going to kill her.
Yeah.
This is my prediction. He is the one who's going to have to take her out.
Yes. It would be poetic. It would be poetic if it's him. Also, with the discovery of J Mo's body, strategically to me, Big Mitch should just go ahead and kill Big Mick and somehow plant the weapon on him to be like, whoop, I guess there's a killer right there. I don't know who that dude was.
We see the body, so
just thank you. I mean, to bring it together, as 50 Cent would, the streets need a body, right? So let's just knock this out and keep it moving. You can't. This dude's out there to take care of his mama.
Sprinkle some crack on him for good measure.
Now, Pat's sniffing up all the smoking that glass dick, as was rephrased. I was like,
yeah, that's why you don't have no product now, because he's smoking it all up.
It's like, no, boy, I got the good stuff for me. It's like I can only get. I was like, oh man, he's scratching already. I was like, so I mean, I need to see where Big L comes into this. You guys see what Detective Bryant, what's he gonna do? How far is he gonna go? Is he's gonna be discovered as a dirty cop? Is that where they're gonna try to, like take this at some point? Is Big Meech going to kill Bryant so he doesn't testify, so he doesn't flip on the organization?
And then frame Lamar by wearing his jacket.
There you go.
Let's hope not.
There you go. Lamar's too good. Like I can't see him going down like that. But I mean, but that would be.
Lamar's going down, but he is definitely going down.
I think somebody said in the comments he's a real person and he just got out of jail. So
Wait,
I was
what?
like, yeah, no. Somebody said in the comments the character is actually based on a real person and he got out of jail.
Okay.
So I was like, all right. And then someone said that Monique was not Big Meech's baby mama, that should be introduced later. So that was also true. I thought Daddy was. It's like he's suspicious of anyone that shakes his wife's hand. Because when Karen,
those guys, he's just one of those.
And shit.
It didn't make any sense. Like when the pastor was doing it, I understood, right? It's a man. You don't want a man touching your wife. I kind of get that. But Karen is just shaking her hand as a good lawyer. He's like, why are you shaking her hand? I'm like, damn, bro.
She's connected to the pastor.
Right.
I was like, this is, I don't know, bro. I was like, it's a bit much.
Yeah, he is very unhinged when it comes to Lucille.
Yeah.
I mean, she is a very beautiful woman, and she is a very nice. No, I'm talking about like the real Lucille was very pretty as a young woman. She was nice looking. Oh. So I hope her husband,
his light skin queen.
Yeah, she's light skinned. Men are like that about light skinned women. They just are.
It's funny. Thank you for bringing this up because I felt that
it's true.
From
a brown skinned woman, I know.
So let's go down this road for two passes. I felt like casting wise, Karen, the lawyer, had to be light skinned, so she would be taken seriously as a lawyer. I felt like she had to be light skinned with the glass. I felt like, I don't know. I felt like that was
my complexion. She's not light skinned.
I mean, compared to like Lamar, you know what I'm saying? Like light's relative. I'm saying, but she was the lightest one. She was lightest one in that room. Probably next to Lucille. Lucille and her were like I would say lighter than like Dad. I'm saying. And the kid.
Dad is probably like Stacy's complexion.
I don't know. I felt like she was pretty light. Also light skin. I don't know why Big Meech would pick like Monique over light skinned Lori. I mean, I would think light skinned Lori would be more of a prize.
What? Lori is not even that light. She's kind of like a reddish brown.
She's like lighter than Monique.
She is, but Monique and
Monique got the goods.
It's the WAP. Okay, it's the difference in the WAP.
Yeah, I mean, she
maybe one has better skills than the other. I'm thinking Cash Dog got that going on. And Lori had his child, so he's like, I can get it when I want to.
You don't have to pick. You have to pick. You can have both.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot more in the back.
David, you're a man. You know how these men think, okay?
I'm saying it's always better. I mean, as long as it's somebody else's and you don't have to stay around. I'm just saying. It was like, anyway, I just said so. I was just saying for light skin, I just thought like Lori would be like a better prize with that. But anyway, I just thought it was kind of weird that Daddy was so focused on the handshake. Like again, like it just seemed weird. Like I was like, what is your?
He's very strange with that. Just strange. It's like, did Lucille have? Well, I'm feeling. Maybe I'm wrong. Did Lucille maybe cheat on him at one point? And this is why he's so, and maybe it was a pastor. Maybe.
Damn, that's very specific. But yeah, I mean, maybe. But he he just insecure as fuck. I mean,
Yes.
I would say just in general as a man, just to be like, he's very insecure. And what's up, Stacey?
Where is he living?
That's a
Probably with
good point.
that other chick. You know how men do. They get all in your
especially
face.
when they're dabbling and they always looking at you like,
Yes. Yep.
Also true. Like,
Absolutely.
and Lucille don't ask these basic ass questions like, where's my
like
husband?
you broke
laying
as hell.
today?
You couldn't even pay your own mortgage, but you got somewhere to stay.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
I was like, suspicious. And also, I back just real quick back to the food truck situation. Like that dumbass black woman who's like, I want to stone a burger. Can I get stoned a burger with a Coke?
I'm hungry.
I don't even know what
why?
it is.
You know.
I was like, why would you do this to us? Like, stop. Like, it's already bad. We don't need this. Like, we don't need this character right here. Like,
but it was funny. The thing is that
funny.
I like that they throw little things like that in it because it's a tense show, right? So
I was like, I mean, it was already going bad, but for her to be like, I want a stone burger, like, baby, that's not a thing. You got a secret, man. You got secret sauce. You got secret sauce on the burger. I was like, I know how far they're gonna take this shit. I was like, this is a lot. Oh, but I thought it was like, yeah, but just Charles, we got to work on Charles. Like, we need to find out that he has a. I thought about is it fences? Fences. I thought about fences. Like Charles is gonna come home with a baby and be like, hey, girl, what happened was I was sleeping with the accountant at my factory and I made a baby. Could you please take care of her?
Oh wait, are you talking about that movie with Denzel Washington and Viola Davis?
Yeah.
Play? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I can see that. If this was a different story, it could go that direction. Since it's relatively based on real life, and it probably won't do that. But I'm just hoping to your 2 points that maybe he's like, well, girl, sometimes I need somebody that loves me, that takes care of me. I was like, that's man shit. As we saw, Viola Davis took it well though. She cried. She was like, I take care of this baby.
Snot. She had all the snot.
Dude,
tears.
That's Juilliard right there. She's like, I know how to cry on demand. I was like, but be happy one time. Shit, be happy. She's always sad.
Yeah, but she's always got so much. Like, it's just a lot. Like, I need her to control the amount of mucus.
Like let's not. Like, just take two. Let's not. But her, like, again, I said her and Sterling K. Brown, if they did a dramatic movie together, that would just be snotting and tears and Oscars. It's all over the place. I'm like, oh shit. What's up?
And butt cheeks.
Oh yeah, you keep on bringing them. I told you I was too much. I don't know why they had to do that. My stomach was hurting.
He has great butt cheeks though. Like, he does.
He's like with a dramatic tear and the butt cheeks. Imagine if he was in Glory instead of Denzel and he was getting whooped on his butt cheeks. In syllables, I told you not to. No. Okay, no. Okay, too much. All right, my bad. All right. Anything else for this episode?
No. Who's gonna kill Pat? Who do you think is gonna kill Pat? Because Pat's gonna die.
An OD.
He might. That might be. Yeah. Because he's already lost respect. Like I don't even. Is that Rock? Was his boy?
Yeah, Rock. Yeah.
If he's already like the streets don't even respect him anymore because they know he's smoking that stuff, then he might OD. Somebody might kill him, take him out because he's still pretty mouthy for someone who doesn't have any clout anymore.
I would say murder. I think OD is too easy. I think they have to show like Big Meech like kind of stepping up into that role or whatever. So I think they might jazz it up and have him kill him.
I don't think it's gonna be Big. Yeah, it's not gonna be Meech.
He's gonna conveniently OD. I'm telling you.
He's like, this too may be too much like a confession. They do start off with this is a dramatization of some stuff that may or may not be true.
But you give us a quote that Big Meech said every episode.
Oh, that's true.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, okay, this time it's like, we were broke as fuck. Once again, every one of those is like, we were broke and we didn't have a choice. We were broke and we didn't have a choice.
Yeah. And we all know that's BS.
Come on, bro. Let's not do that.
Let's move past it.
Like at some point you have millions and you're like, let's still keep on doing it, baby, because I'm good at it until you get arrested. But all right. Stacey, anything else? All right, then. Well, then that is the episode. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Priscilla and Boy James, for joining us in the chats. Thank you guys very much. We do appreciate your support. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Don't leave just because we get critical. You can like on the video and comment on the video, share the video. Some people don't think we go too hard on these shows. Maybe we do, but they are deserving. But we are fair. And the dogs also agree. We should do cat videos too. Let's see what happens. But anyway, we will be back here for the family business in 15 minutes as we do episode 2 of season 3. And we'll be back next week. We have a big week this week. We got Queens coming up next Saturday. Because Kim, I'm assuming you want to do Queens. All right, so we got next Saturday, we got Queens. We got our kind of people for some reason. We probably will still be doing family business.
For some
Sunday,
reason.
we got BMF. We got a lot of stuff. We might be doing Lace, and when that starts, because I saw that trailer, I was like, that's a lot of things going on. That BET that all black show I sent you, I was like, just ass everywhere. But we'll see how that thing goes. It looked interesting.
Look like soft porn to me, but okay.
I'm just saying something you gotta get you. Hey, Stacey said you had me at butt cheeks. That's what she said. And I understand. It looks like good production quality. I'm saying, for an all black show. I mean, it looked better than Double Cross, and we saw how those butt cheeks got used in the first episode.
Hopefully Amp been doing some sit-ups.
What's up?
So hopefully Amp has been doing some sit-ups.
Yeah. So also, remember, it's the old boy that got from House Divided too. The tall black dude, that's the guy from House Divided. And that other bullshit movie we watched.
The Bodyguard.
Huh?
The Bodyguard.
It's the Bodyguard. I was like, oh shit. Like he still got a job. Like, why? Anyway, but like, so I mean, it's very black. It's very black. He does, and he was saying he was a gay lover on Empire.
Oh, he's a singer.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
him.
Yeah.
He Jamal's lover.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I like him.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. See that. So now we got Kim on board. So we'll watch that. We'll watch that and see who gets naked first. And